Chapter 7. A Lesson Learned. Back in the classroom, Javier thanked his friends. "Thank you for helping me," he said. "No problem," Tom replied. "Friends help each other." Mia smiled. "Next time, put a name tag on your backpack." Javier nodded. "That's a good idea. I will do that tonight." Mrs. Lee overheard them. "That is an excellent idea, Mia. And Javier, remember, always keep your things organized and labeled." Javier smiled. "I understand, Mrs. Lee." Chapter 8. Home Sweet Home. After school, Javier walked home with Elena. The rain had stopped and the air smelled fresh. "How was school?" Elena asked. "Great," Javier said. "I learned an important lesson about keeping my backpack safe." Elena giggled. "Can I borrow your new name tag?" "Sure," Javier said, ruffling her hair. "I'll pick a cool one for both of us." They arrived home and went inside. Javier took out his art box and created a bright, colorful name tag with his initials, JG. He attached it to his backpack. "Perfect," he said. That night, Javier put his backpack on the hook, zipped it neatly, and smiled. "I'm ready for tomorrow," he whispered. He turned off the light and went to sleep, dreaming of new adventures at school. Chapter 5. The Search Begins. Javier and his friends left the cafeteria and walked back to the classroom. The rain started to fall harder, and they ran to stay dry. In the hallway, students opened umbrellas and shared hallway space. When they reached the classroom door, they peeked inside. "No backpack on Javier's desk," Ali said. "Not here," Sarah added, checking the floor. Javier's heart beat fast. What if someone took it? Tom put a hand on Javier's shoulder. "Don't worry. Let's ask the teacher." They knocked on the door, and Mrs. Lee looked up from her desk. "Yes?" she asked. "Mrs. Lee, my backpack is missing," Javier said. Mrs. Lee frowned and stood up. "Missing? You left it here this morning." "Yes," Javier answered. "Let me think." Mrs. Lee rubbed her chin. "I saw you here at lunchtime. The custodian may have moved items to the lost and found box." "Lost and found?" Javier repeated. Mrs. Lee nodded. "Yes. It is in the office. Go there and ask the secretary." Javier looked at his friends. "Okay, let's go." He walked out of the classroom. Chapter 6. The Lost and Found Office. The school office was busy. The secretary, Ms. Gomez, was talking on the phone. "Excuse me, Ms. Gomez," Javier said politely. Ms. Gomez hung up. "Hello, Javier. How can I help you?" "My backpack is missing," Javier said. Mrs. Lee said to check here. Ms. Gomez smiled kindly. "Let's have a look." She opened a cabinet filled with lost and found items. "Hats, gloves, water bottles," she said, searching. Javier watched nervously. Suddenly, Ms. Gomez held up a blue backpack. "Is this yours?" she asked. Javier rushed forward. "Yes, that's it. Thank you." He unzipped the backpack and checked inside. His notebook, pencil case, and lunchbox were all there. "Be careful next time," Ms. Gomez said with a gentle smile. "I will," Javier promised. Chapter 3. The Class Begins. The teacher, Mrs. Lee, greeted the class. She was kind and always wore colorful scarves. "Good morning, everyone," she said. "I hope you had a wonderful summer. Today we will start with introductions." Each student stood up and talked about their summer break. When it was Javier's turn, he said, "I went camping with my family. We saw mountains and went hiking. It was fun. Mrs. Lee smiled. That sounds lovely. Thank you, Javier. After introductions, Mrs. Lee wrote the first lesson on the board. The importance of organization. A good student is an organized student, she explained. Please keep your desk and your backpack neat. It will help you find things quickly. Javier nodded. He thought about how he always zipped his backpack and arranged his things carefully. Chapter 4. Lunchtime Confusion. Before the bell rang for lunch, Javier packed his things. He closed his notebook, put his pencil case inside, and grabbed his lunchbox. Then he slung his backpack over his shoulder and walked to the cafeteria with his friends. In the cafeteria, the room smelled like pizza and soup. Javier and his friends found a table near the window. I am so hungry, Tom said as he unwrapped his sandwich. Javier opened his lunchbox. He had a cheese sandwich, an apple, and a small bag of chips. Yum, Jenna said. That looks good. They all started eating and talking. Outside, the sky turned gray. A few raindrops tapped on the window. Looks like rain, Mia said. Good thing we finished lunch before it pours, Ali said calmly. Javier nodded. He decided to have a quick look in his backpack for his umbrella. But when he reached behind him, he felt only the strap of his bag, not the bag itself. Hey, Javier said softly, looking down. Where is my backpack? His friends stopped talking. They turned to look at Javier. Your backpack? Sarah asked. Javier shook his head. I left it in the classroom, but I think I put it on the desk. Now it's gone. His voice trembled a little. Maybe you forgot it in the cafeteria? Tom suggested. Javier shook his head again. No, I just came here. It must still be in the classroom. Maybe someone moved it. Let's go check, Mia said. It's okay. We'll help you find it. Javier gave a small smile. Thanks, Mia. It was a bright Monday morning. The sun shone through the window of Javier's room. Javier was a 12-year-old boy. He had dark hair and brown eyes. He was excited because today was the first day of school after the long summer break. He jumped out of bed, put on his uniform, and smiled at his reflection in the mirror. I can't wait to see my friends, he said. His mother called from the kitchen. Javier, breakfast is ready. Javier ran downstairs. His little sister Elena was sitting at the table eating cereal. Their mother smiled as she placed a plate of eggs and toast in front of Javier. Good morning, honey, she said. Don't forget your backpack. I won't, Mom, Javier replied. After breakfast, Javier grabbed his blue backpack from the hook by the door. He zipped it closed and gave his mother a hug. Have a great day at school, she said. Thank you, Mom. Javier waved goodbye and stepped outside. Chapter 2. The Surprising Discovery. Javier walked down the street. The warm air felt nice on his skin. He saw his friend Tom playing with a soccer ball on the sidewalk. Hey, Javier! Tom shouted. Ready for school? Yes, Javier replied. Let's go together. The two friends walked and talked about their summer vacations. They laughed as they remembered camping trips and swimming in the lake. At the school gate, Javier waved to his other friends. Sarah, who loved to read books. Ali, who was quiet but very smart. Mia, who always had a funny joke. They all entered the schoolyard together. We made it, Mia said. Javier felt happy. He took off his backpack and put it under his desk in the classroom. Then he took out his notebook, pencil case, and lunchbox. Everything was in its place.